live, I think. How's everybody doing? So you're gonna have to forgive the low-tech version of Dylan Talks Tone because we are live on my cell phone on Leslie's parents' back porch because this is where I get my mail, and I got a big box behind me. And Leslie's gonna be in the comments, so if you have questions or super chats or any of that sort of stuff, you can put that below, and Leslie will try to get to those or get those to me or whatever. So as you know, about a week ago, I told you that I was going to get a Boss Nextone special. But then I had to abort mission on that deal because we didn't have enough room in the motorhome. The motorhome does not have any place to put it. This is even a stretch, but I think it will work. I found a Black Friday sale on these, and they were $6.99. I think I was able to get it for $4.99, which is pretty cool, from Sweetwater. So I haven't even opened the box yet, but here it is. And I figured I would just do a live unboxing, sort of like we did with the guitar last week. I was telling Leslie yesterday, I think this channel is going to see a bunch of just cool videos when I just feel like making them and uploading them for a while. That's just how it's going to be. So that's what we got. So, and I wanted to unbox it here because then I can leave the box in storage and not have to haul the box around. That was the whole idea. With not waiting, here is your Sweetwater catalog. Now you will get a Sweetwater catalog in the mail every 4 minutes for the next 70 years. Of course, here's the Sweetwater bag of candy. I always put a bag of candy in there. This is the Boss Nextone stage. And before we get to that, we've got a owner's manual and then like some panel stickers. I don't know what those are for. I'm not really sure about that. I guess I'll have to read some directions. And then because it was a Black Friday deal, there was an instrument cable free with it. The stickers are for the foot switch. Does that mean there's a foot switch? I don't know. I haven't got that far. Leslie, do me a favor at the end of this, and if anybody like watches like the whole thing and they're not in like Japan, just pick somebody and we'll give you this cable because I don't need it. Okay, it looks nice. It's braided, like a Spectraflex or braided fabric kind of stuff. It's got gold connectors on it. It's pretty nice actually. It was like $40 and it was part of the Black Friday deal, but I don't need that, so I'll pass that along to one of you. All right. I'll keep the original packaging because inevitably I will probably sell this at some point and one of you will end up with it and I will need to ship it. So here, let's do this. We're gonna make ourselves a bench so that you can see everything. Obviously, you guys have probably seen videos about all this stuff before because I am not by any means the first person to own one of these. However, I may be the first person to sell a Kemper and buy one because a lot of people think I'm crazy for doing that, but I don't really care. Man, it looks nice. All right. Now we'll grab the phone and let's do a look-see. So I have played one of these, and I do have some experience playing it. I just have not owned one myself. So for those of you that are not familiar, I'm gonna go ahead and try to smoothly take you over and have a look at this thing. So, the whole magic of this amp is this tube logic stuff, and where it comes into play is in this area over here. So we have your normal, it almost kind of looks like a Boss Katana style setup where you have your clean volume, your lead volume and gain, your equalizer, bass, middle, treble, and then over here you have your delay and reverb, presence control, and then over here is I know this is a custom preset button. I don't know what it does. I do know that your boost and tone stack switch is here, and then there's a tap tempo for your delay. So this from here over is very kind of Boss Katana-ish, but this is where the magic happens, right here. And of course there's the sun has a little bit of a shadow on it. So this has tube modeling. I don't know how they do it. I know that the amp itself is all solid state. So you have, except for the effects, so you have 6V6, 6L6, EL84, and EL34. And you can go from standby to half a watt to 20 watts to 40 watts, because this stage is 40 watts. So you'll be able to run these amp stages at half power and 0.5 watts, which is really, really cool. So you'll basically have, with a little bit of EQ fiddling, you could have anything from a super clean Fender to a really dirty Marshall, or an AC30, or a 22 watt Marshall, you know, like a EL84 Marshall. Let me get this trash. And here's the thing about it. Yes, it is their tube logic, tube modeling system, but this is not your normal, like a Kemper. This is not like a Kemper. There are literally, and I don't know how they got to the conclusion to make I don't know how they got to the conclusion of each tone and how they modeled that and figured all that out. But what I do know is there's 4 discrete power amp sections that you switch between. So this is not like a Kemper where you're switching amp models between. This is actually 4 power stages that you're literally toggling between them. So in a real amp, it would be like this tall, because you would literally have 4 different output transformers, 4 different power amp tube stages, and biasing, and the whole thing. Of course, it's all done not with tubes, so it's a lot smaller. I do not 100% understand the technology, how they figured out how to make each one sound different. I don't know that part, but I do know that the end result is really good. I do not have a guitar here to test this with right now, but we will obviously start using it, and we'll make some videos about it very soon. But I wanted to just do a surprise unboxing, show you that I got it, show you that I got the smaller one. It's about the size, maybe a little bit bigger than a Blues Junior, something like. Yeah, let's take some questions.
All right, so we talked about the foot switch. The stickers are for the foot switch, which is an optional add-on and works with a bunch of Boss Roland products, is what Driddle said. So they send you the stickers so you can have the right label for your application.
Oh, cool.
Andy asked, I'm wondering if this is an upgrade over my Katana 100 MKL. I'm really looking hard at this amp.
So I will say that it is definitely it's in the same basic tone family on as far as how your amp sounds and works, but, and I do know they use a version of this, but what you don't get with this, with your Katana, because I had one of those too and it was awesome. What you don't get with your Katana is the 4 different power stages. So, you know, your 6V6 or your 6L6, that's going to give you, you know, like a twin and a Princeton, and then, I guess, and then your EL84 is going to give you like a 22 watt Marshall or an AC30 or AC15, depending on how you EQ it. And then your EL34 is obviously like a super gnarly Marshall. So that's something you don't have in your amp. So in that way, this would be an upgrade. However, what you have, I think overall technology wise and power amp style and stuff, they're very similar.
Sean said, is that the amp you can buy a Tweed plug-in for?
So I don't know so much, and this is what I want to start doing some experimenting with that I have not done on this channel before. Is I want to dive into the, I know you can USB this into the computer, I think. Yes. Oh yeah, we didn't look at the back panel. You can USB this into the computer and play with whatever effects Boss has, obviously. And then I don't know about actual amp tones. I'm not sure on that, and I want to spend some time with that. So as I learn it, I will pass it along to you. I know there's other channels that have done this research already, and I'm a little behind on it, but this is something I want to do. Also, there's a record out and a line out, which is one of the main reasons why I wanted one of these too, is because it'll be very easy for me to use the head portion without the speaker in the motorhome and be able to record and do stuff, but also still be able to have a real amp and play it at some point, someday, maybe. Send in return for an effects loop, and then I do know that, like Driddle just mentioned, that there is a foot switch set up for this as well. Yeah.
And then I think turning it around answered the next question, which was from Dastardly Dave. Is it a 112?
It is. It is a 112. And I like the speaker. I've played this amp 2 or 3 or more times in different shops across the country this summer as we were traveling. Just kind of like, you know, that it's the one I keep going back to as a good idea. And for somebody who wants a quote unquote real amp and doesn't have to deal with like flat range, flat response speakers and full range, flat response speakers, or the overall money of a Kemper or something, I don't know. This is the one I kept coming back to. I kept trying a bunch of different stuff and I just kept coming back to this. So I think it's going to be awesome. Cool.
And this one doesn't have any onboard effects, right?
It does.
Oh, it does.
It does. It has delay, reverb, and I think there is I think you can, when you plug it into the computer, I think you can swap them around, and I think you can get a couple of other time-based ones like chorus and stuff. Yeah. Super cool. No, I'm super excited about it. This is gonna be good for my needs for the channel, and I think it's also gonna be good for just experimenting. Like I said, I went from having, back in the day, you know, these $5,000 boutique tube amps to playing a Kemper for a few years. My Kemper is for sale, by the way. And through a weird twist of fate, it's brand new. Not even opened, still in the box. Because I had some warranty issue come up, and they had me send it back, and they sent me a brand new one. And I haven't even opened it yet. So it's literally from Kemper, brand new, in the box, for sale. So if you want that, let me know. And yeah, that's it. How many people are watching?
49.
Awesome. I guess we should pick somebody.
I don't know how to do that. What do you...
Here, let me see. Murray Kreiner. go to Dylan Talks Tone and go to the contact portion of the page and fill out the little form. And I will send you this cable. And then who else do we got here? Driddle, Dastardly Dave, and Sean McMillan. Since y'all commented, you all do the same thing, and I'll send you something too. Because I actually have a few things sitting around that it's going to be a surprise. You're not going to know what it is. But yeah. And I did not remember who that was, so you have to go to the website right now and do that. If I just called your name, I'll know when I get there. And I'll come back and watch this. So don't pull anything funny. But do that, and I will send you something. I've got a couple things. I've got a few little toys that have been piling up. And there is this one cabinet in the motorhome that when I open it, stuff falls all out over the floor. And I'm like, you know what? I need to give this stuff away. So that's what we're going to do. The four of you, that'd be awesome. Thanks for hanging out, you guys. It's been fun. And little surprise live on a Saturday, unboxing. Don't be surprised if you see more of this stuff. And we'll see you soon.